test. We going, we rolling, we going, we rolling, we going, we're rolling. Let's go. What's going on, Hoop fans? It's your boy Jap. It's your boy Migs. And welcome to NBA Front Row, the podcast. We actually took a little bit of time from our usual 8:30 to 8:45 start time because we couldn't figure out who wanted to wear backwards hat and front hat. I don't get it.
I want.
Yeah, it was an argument for some weird reason. You know, because he got a fresh haircut.
Because we want. Yeah. That's quality control for the show. Because we want to put out the best product, and then me on reverse cap just makes
reverse
sense.
Hat. Yeah. I mean, but if you got new hairdo, you might as well show it on the show. It doesn't make sense. Why hide it? If you know what I mean.
Nice cut too.
Yeah,
nice
for sure.
Cut.
Right there. Yeah, looking fresh with the fade and everything. All right, I see you. All right, here we go. NBA Front Row, the podcast again. It's your boy Jap. It's your boy Migs to the left, right. I'm not sure. And before anything else, it's just been a lot of hot playoff action, a lot of stuff going on in the NBA right now, especially in the playoffs. And
not a great deal for Lakers fans.
We're going to dive into that in a bit, actually. A lot of things that we're going to look to dissect, but first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out again to our newest sponsor, Showroom.ph, quality homes, quality prices. And again, if you guys are looking for a home anywhere in the Queen City of the South, Showroom.ph is your go-to Facebook page and website for anything and everything, from a studio unit to a 1 or 2 bedroom unit to a single detached or a fully attached house. Again, hit up Showroom.ph for more details. And also, I want to give a mad shout out to everybody who's a big fan of NBA Front Row. Over the weekend, we were able to finalize our newest sports apparel vendor in Sideline Sports Apparel PH.
Yeah.
Super stoked to be partnering with them, and they're going to be throwing out some really fire merchandise. Stay tuned, y'all. It's going to be absolutely insane. All right, Migs, who do you have, and who do you want to show some love to?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, definitely. Again, thank you to all our viewers, especially the guys who are always here every episode. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Aika. And then I got some dental work done today. And like my brother's, my brother's a dentist. You know that. You know, Paolo's a dentist. And there are like definite perks of having a dentist. You mean a dentist for a brother? Because it's you don't have to wait in line, like appointments.
Right.
You don't even have to make an appointment. But the thing is, he's not. I mean, my brother has really good hands, like really light hands, and that's a good thing for a dentist. But he's not as nice to me, though. Like, he's not. I mean, he doesn't treat me as a patient. Like, he treats me as his brother.
Exactly. What do you expect?
Like, open your mouth. Open your mouth. Keep it open. Like, get your tongue out of the way.
Keep it open. Hey, tough love, man. That's how brothers do. Hey, Derek, myself, even feel, man. It's a lot of tough love, but it's all love.
It's not as gentle.
Hilarious as fuck, though. I mean, he's not gonna be gentle. He knows you. He knows you're gonna. He knows he's never. He's always gonna have a customer for life. It's not gonna be a bad thing. And by the way, before I forget, I also want to give a mad shout out to Silly Q, Quay Dilau. These things are the bomb, dude. I ate them with my chicken. I ate them with rice. I ate them with almost everything. It tastes good on a lot of things. It's amazing. Legit. I and Derek can chime in on this when I know he's watching, but. Yeah, we mixed it in with our chicken, our fish. We couldn't even really order shawmai, but we ate it with a bunch of other things, and it was really good. I thought this product is really insane. It's super good, super tasty, super mouth-watering. And, well, again, thank you so much again to Quay Dilau for the sponsorship. City Q, thank you so very much, Migs. I'm sure that, when Quay hit you up with that City Q, I'm guessing was the bomb, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really nice because... He makes it by hand, huh? And then he blocks off entire days just to make a batch. And it's no joke. It's no joke because all the chilies and the peppers and it's no joke. I has to wear all this equipment just to make that. I mean, it's worth it though.
Oh yeah,
it's worth it. Yeah, it's really.
Oh hell yeah! I love the bottling. I love the packaging and the branding down the middle. I thought that was really cool. I think he spared no expense to make it look good. And again, to everybody watching, Silly Q, legit spice. Y'all gotta try it. Y'all gotta buy from my boy Quaid. That stuff's outrageous, man. That stuff's legit. So, all right, Migs, here we go. Over the past weekend or so, it's been an exhilarating ride. I want to go out on a limb and say this. Thank you so much. I am finally not the loser of the picks game. Not only that, but I actually doubled up. The past few games, I went 4-0. I mean, my God. It is absolutely awesome. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get lucky. I called it. Like, the first game, the Jazz and the Grizzlies, I thought that was going to be – let's talk about that here real quick. The Jazz and the Grizzlies, I thought that was even going to be like a super tight game. The funniest thing about that was, so Derek showed me the picks last night, or the night before, and I said, I actually read it wrong. I thought it was Utah +6. I thought it was Utah +6. So I was like, okay, Utah locked me in. And then Derek makes a graphic, and I'm like, wait, it's -6? So I go back, and I can't change it anymore. So the whole time I was watching the game, the only thing I was thinking about was, okay, I mean, as long as the Jazz go above the over and under, I'm good. And I know that the Jazz are going to go above the over and under. All right? Because they do nothing but score, and they're really good. They're really hot shooting the ball right off the bat. Question here, Mix, is, so with Utah, and you know what they want to do throughout like the entire game. They want to shoot threes. They ride off of their ball movement and their playmaking, and they do a lot of motion from the weak side as well. What did Memphis do wrong in this game, and how can they actually prepare for tomorrow, which I think they have a game for?
It was a sayang na game because like all I needed them to do to be in that 6.5 range was like make a freaking jump shot, Memphis.
Yeah.
Like, make a layup, motherfucker.
That was hilarious.
Dylan Brooks.
I was so happy.
Like, see, Dylan Brooks, if he's good, like he's amazing, diba? Because he plays defense. He's like evil Danny Green.
Oh, the evil Dan. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like the evil Danny Green. He kind of looks the part too. So it was
but he's too much of a heat check guy sometimes. And then man, let's give credit to Rudy Gobert, but we thought that Memphis would be such a great matchup for Utah because then they have Jonas Valanciunas and then Jaren Jackson who's coming back, and we thought that that would be enough to occupy, like to give Gobert some problems. But like he went for I think he went 7 for 7 last game, and then for for the life of me, the Grizzlies just cannot figure out that Mitchell or Conley pick and roll with Gobert. Like they can't figure it out.
They can't. They really. And then, so a lot of times they're so worried about the top action. When I say the top action, I'm referring to like Mike Conley or Mitchell coming off the pick. They don't know whether they should go under, over, if they should force one way. They look like they're just like, okay. So they have the guy hit the screen. Oftentimes it's either Ja Morant, it's Dylan Brooks. And Dylan Brooks got called for a foul on a jump shot twice. He got called for a foul with Donovan Mitchell shooting a jump shot twice, and I thought that was like, how can you make the same? So they
were terrible fouls too.
Principle when you're trying to defend the pick and roll. Yeah, and they were obvious fouls. Like you're running into him. Gobert is setting the screen. You're trying to go through the pick. You don't go through a pick. You go under the pick, or you follow the guy going over the pick. But he's going through the pick, and he doesn't have the advantage. So oftentimes Mitchell just needs to bump into him, and it's a foul. And it's an obvious foul of that. So you're right about one thing. Number one, the Grizzlies are having a hard time defending that Gobert pick and roll. Anything, if it's from Conley or Mitchell, they seem to be very confused with what they want to do and how they want to defend it. They don't want to go under because those guys will shoot. They don't want to go over because there's a lot of playmaking that happens, and all of a sudden the defense breaks down. But they have to decide what they want to do when they want to defend that, because if they don't, it's going to be that all day. They're going to run that play all day. And the Jazz... And by the way, also a big part of the Jazz win was Royce O'Neal. That guy lit it up in the first quarter. 4 threes, I think, in the first half. I think 5 or 6 threes to end the game overall. He was absolutely on fire. The moment the ball leaves his hands, it was almost like a shoo-in to make it. It was crazy.
Oh, man. The great thing about the Jazz is that they have so many shooters Like they're so spread out that like Gobert basically walks up to the rim to get shots. I mean, it's like easy baskets
Because
every
there's so
time.
much space. It's super easy.
Yeah, there's so much space,
super easy.
and then like you never know who's gonna get hot from the Jazz. Diba? You know that Donovan Mitchell is gonna get his. You know that Gobert is gonna get a lot of rim runs, but then you have Jordan Clarkson who comes off the bench and he can put up 20, 30 on you real quick. Bojan Bogdanovic, diba, puts up numbers. Joe Ingles, like Joe Ingles provides them a lot of versatility because Joe Ingles can basically be your point guard, and he has a lot of size. So Joe Ingles is 6'8", and like 43% from three.
Great playmaker too. Very underrated playmaker.
And then, diba you and me, diba, we had so many doubts on the Jazz because we never thought that their success in the regular season would translate into the playoffs because they have they sometimes do over rely on the three ball.
Yeah.
And Donovan Mitchell is Donovan Mitchell is really good, but he is like a 6'2", 6'3" shooting guard whose shot efficiency is still not elite, diba, in the sense.
It's suspect at times. Yeah.
Yeah. So
suspect.
But I mean, I think drawing the Grizzlies in the first round is actually a great test for them because again, the Grizzlies aren't rolling over. I mean, they're still up 3-1.
They're not.
But those are 3 wins that they had to earn. Like they weren't easy wins. But they only blew them out like 3-1. I think they're 3-1.
Oh, it's 3-1 now.
Yeah, it's 3-1. So it's I think
play game. No.
So no, it's
what? It's 3-1. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry. It's 2-1. It's 2. I'm sorry. It's 2-1. Yeah. But those are 2 wins that they had to earn. Huh? Like those were they only blew them out at the last 2 minutes when they were like hitting all these free throws and getting all these. So it's no.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing like another level for the Jazz. So yeah, it's my bad, Nas. Sorry, Nas. It's 2-1. And I love your optimism, Nas. CP3, Christmas tree, CPU. It no matter.
Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6, Nas.
Hey, I gotta give a mad shout out. So first of all, this is Jonas Concepcion, a really good friend of mine, and probably low key. I'm gonna say it. He's low key one of the better basketball players in the Cebu area. I love his game. I describe him as super slippery. Like he's hard to guard because he's super shifty and he's super slippery. So mad shout out to Jonas Concepcion. Can't wait to see you in the E-League someday, bro. And I really can't because again, he's one of my favorite guys to play against. And this time we're gonna be playing against each other if ever that we do see the E-League come around one more time. So this is also pretty funny, by the way. CP3, Christmas tree, CPU, Lakers in 6. Wait, hold on. I think my stuff's falling apart right now, but yeah. Mad shout out again to Jonas Concepcion, and then another comment from him as well. John Morant, Kevin Morant, Jazz. I don't even know how he's coming up with this stuff, man. It's hilarious, though. It's ridiculous, man. But hey, Jazz in 5. What do you think about Jazz in 5? I think it could go 5 actually. The Jazz might just be able to do this.
I mean, it could have because, I mean, even last game, Donovan Mitchell was terrible the whole game, but then he hit the big shots down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a luxury for the Jazz. It's such a luxury for the Jazz that they actually have 5 players who can be threats. There's like 5 players who are legitimate threats, and then you don't think as Gobert as an offensive threat. But once he gets rolling, rim running, diba, off those pick and rolls, and he's tough to guard.
Yeah. He's tough to guard. Definitely tough to guard. And with Rudy Gobert, I think that eventually the Memphis needs to really just commit to what they want to do defensively. Now, so much for the Jazz and the Grizzlies. And again, that whole series could really go in 5. I mean, let's talk about the game that everybody always has their eyes on. Anything LeBron James related, people are going to go absolutely nuts for. Lakers and Suns. Was a big part of this game Anthony Davis being out, or was it the Suns taking command again of the series where this goes back to Phoenix and they take back home court advantage?
I mean, it's there's such a huge difference between going up 3-1 and being tied 2-2, diba? Especially with AD hurt. Because okay, now let's say for example that the Lakers won this 3-1, and then AD still goes down, diba? So if you're up 3-1 going back to
Yeah.
Phoenix, you can afford AD being on a minutes restriction or even just missing the game
Exactly.
completely. Because even if the
Yeah.
Suns do win that, you're still up 3-2. And then you have
Yeah.
the next game on sa home court nimo, and then it's man, it's I have such an emotional connection with the Lakers that whenever they lose, like, it didn't
It's
even matter.
evidently. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if that was the Robert Sacre, Tariq Black Lakers, or like the Kendall Marshall
Bad time for Laker
Lakers.
fans.
Like yeah, I mean those dark years, it still hurt. But then
The
no, it
Chris
was frustrating
Mim,
because yeah, I mean it was
Ryan
frustrating
Cook
earlier. It was
Lakers.
like
Yeah.
oh yeah, that was it was frustrating ganina because I woke up at 3 and then the Lakers were competing first and second quarter, but you could just see that there was a different energy to the Suns with Chris Paul there.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Chris Paul's such a trooper, man. And we can only imagine how much discomfort and pain he's in, and especially that's your shoulder, that's your shooting shoulder.
So
And
hard
then,
to.
Yeah, but then no, and then
I'm surprised.
second
Caruso
quarter,
and Schroeder weren't able. Yeah.
yeah. Like second quarter, Lakers made a run. They were up by 10 at one point in the second
Yeah.
quarter, and then
Yeah.
ironically, when Caruso hit LeBron for the alley-oop off the backboard, and you
Yeah.
just remember it. After that alley-oop, Mikal Bridges made a 3 on the other end because they
Right.
inbounded they inbounded it really quick
Straight away.
after that LeBron
Yeah.
got the 3,
Yeah.
and then the Lakers went back down off a turnover, and then that's when Kuzma like botched that layup. Like I think he was confused between going for the layup or like alley-ooping it
Yeah.
to LeBron. Like
Right.
after that, then the Suns never looked back. Like this got away from them. They were and sayang because they were within
They were
5
big.
points in the last. No, but even in the
Yeah.
last like 5 minutes of the game, they were within 8 points. And then Schroeder missed the layup, and then it's like that was the end. Like,
So they kind of shot themselves in the foot. If you're
Yeah.
talking about LA, so you're saying that they kind of shot. So when it comes to this series, it looked clear cut after Game 3 that as long as Anthony Davis was going to be playing, I don't think the Suns would have an answer for the Lakers at all, because AD just presents such a big factor in the LeBron James team, and it shows. Like ultimately with AD in the lineup, if you saw what happened in Game 3, the Lakers won that by 14, but the Lakers were up as many as 21 points, and really, the Lakers looked dominant over the Suns with Anthony Davis there.
Yeah.
Without him, it's almost like, and that's what I was wondering. I didn't watch the game, but I saw all the highlights and I saw all the replays, and I'm like, so Anthony Davis is a very big factor when it comes to the Lakers. No doubt about that. Now, the next thing that if Anthony Davis is not available for Game 5, do we trust LeBron James enough with this current, with the current disposition of his body, with the current mileage that he's running on? I mean, can he pull it out? I mean, it would be super amazing again if he could. Not the Lakers lineup. And they got Dennis Schroeder. They have Kyle Kuzma. They have Andre Drummond. This is nothing near the team that was absolute crap in 2017. That when you took LeBron James out of the lineup, all of a sudden that team is just like 12-80 or 12-70 or 12-68. Or sorry, 14-68. It's the most ridiculous thing. You just understand the value of LeBron James. But here's my question: as a resident Laker fan and having watched LeBron James throughout his career, can you confidently say that if Anthony Davis is not there for Game 5, that the Lakers somehow pull this rabbit out of the hat?
oh yeah, I mean it's again we've said it a lot on this show. It's very difficult to bet against LeBron. I think that's
As
One of
the old saying goes.
yeah, one of the many facts of basketball life. It's very difficult to bet against LeBron. But then, he still doesn't look 100%. As good as he is, he still doesn't look 100%.
I agree.
Like, he
That's where my
doesn't-
Lakers
Like,
were.
there are times na he doesn't want. It seems like he doesn't want to push it too much because he wants somehow to save himself for the fourth quarter. But then the thing, no, about the Lakers.
Yeah.
The thing about the Lakers, even with AD, if we remember Game 3, they go through stretches like these
Yeah.
3 to 5 minute stretches where they just cannot shoot for shit. Diba? Like the offense is just so stagnant, and then
They
that's
do.
when
They
that's
do.
how the
Yeah.
Suns caught up, diba? Behind that Cameron Payne
Yeah.
run, like they goes through these really
Yeah, he had
really
like
bad
3 threes.
offensive stretches, and you can't afford that against the Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, because the Suns, especially with Chris Paul there, the Suns
They're a
with Chris
very good
Paul,
team.
like he makes everyone so much more effective. Like
Different team.
kita how much more effective Jay
Yes.
Crowder was earlier. He's actually making shots
Oh
now.
man, I thought he was a big factor. He was a big factor. He was a very big factor, and I think the Chris Paul factor really is. So Chris Paul just has to. I think that at this point in Chris Paul's career, he's probably thinking like, okay, he had a shot with Houston, he got injured. Fair enough. It was an injury that really immobilized him, so he had to sit out. This time it's a shoulder injury. He's probably thinking like, fuck it, just let me play. I'll do whatever the hell I can. He top scored for the Suns. That's the craziest part. He had 18 points, I think. He actually had more points than Booker. I thought that was crazy. Like this guy with one shoulder, with one functional shoulder, and his shooting shoulder being absolutely shot right now. He's still producing. So I do give a lot of credit to Chris Paul because he is stepping up. He is warrioring it out. When I say warrioring it out, he's actually just like, I don't care, just put me in the game. I'll do something, anything. And anything he does is about double or triple as effective as a Javon Carter or a Cameron Payne. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but hey, just real quick lang, Jeff. The great thing still, but I mean, let's look at the positives for the Lakers. The defense is still very, very good. Like
that's the one positive they have.
Yeah, they held Devin Booker to like 17 points. So I mean,
surprisingly,
they're
doing something right.
Yeah, they 35% from the field. I think 5 for 15 from the field. So, but it's just the offense, though. I mean, you don't sometimes. Schroeder's been really inconsistent this season. Like one game he could score,
inconsistent.
Like he could give you 20, and then the other game he could just go single digits, diba? And then I do hope, like, diba? We both know, diba? Frank Vogel knows a lot more about basketball than the two of us combined, times like
probably
500 times 500. So there has to be a reason why he hasn't put in Montrezl Harrell this whole series. I mean, he played for a couple of minutes earlier, but then I think the Lakers do need him now, because just for the energy, just for the offensive rebounding, just so the Lakers get another dog. Like just get another dog.
Should show up more. But you know who should play for the Lakers more is one half of the Morris twins.
Oh yeah,
he's been. I've not seen him on the floor at all. And so with the Lakers right now, my thinking is this: if LeBron even pulls this off, pulls this rabbit out of the hat, this will be the second worst team without 80. This could be the second worst team he's going to carry outside of that playoff series.
I mean,
it's going to be ridiculous. And let's say 80 is out for let's say 80 is out for a considerable amount of time. If the Lakers even beat the Suns in this series without AD, I'm be like, wow.
And don't forget
how does that happen?
Don't forget that KCP is also hurt. Like he didn't play.
Yeah, he's warrioring it out too.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't play late.
He's trying to get it out too.
So
so they really are doing something right. But it's kind of a thing. It's an anthem with LeBron James teams. My good Migs. Like if you look at all the teams LeBron James has been in the past, they're always known for defense. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
The 66-16 Cavs were a juggernaut defensive team. Every Cavs team that they had was a juggernaut defensive team because they know offensively, just give it to LeBron James. Like we don't need to figure it out. He'll do it for us. He's that good. And that's why I have a lot of respect for LeBron James. But so okay, the Lakers hold it down defensively. But here's again my worry. It's like, are we seeing possibly the decline of LeBron James? And that's saying something because this guy in his last game still got 25 points, 8 boards, and like 7 assists. So, but the thing is, he has to get like 35, 5, and 5 or something, or 35, 7, and 8 in game 5 for them to pull it out. And I think that if he gets those numbers, the Lakers do pull it out because if the Suns aren't able to stop LeBron James offensively, there's no way they're going to dominate the Lakers on the other end. The Lakers have proven that they can really lock you down. And this is where guys like Caruso, really, really need to step it up for me, I think, because if they do, then they give themselves a really good chance. Bully ball Chris Paul on both sides of the ball. Make it uncomfortable for him. Devin Booker, Wes Matthews, I mean, you have a shot here.
I mean, I think they need to make like a statement foul. The same that like the same. I mean, I don't want them to hurt anyone. I don't want them to hurt anyone. I'm just saying like a statement foul, like a good like playoff foul on like Cameron Payne. Like this guy, couple of years ago,
Jay Crowder
was this guy a couple of years ago was only famous for like being Russell Westbrook's handshake partner
and teammate, yeah.
Diba? And he was out of the league, and now he's burning the Lakers for like 15 points a game. Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Nah, I get that. Cameron Payne. Yeah, Cameron Payne. He's legit. I mean, he's one of those guys that can really play on the Phoenix Suns. Low key can really play. I mean, he had those injuries, he built momentum.
The Lakers don't know what to do with him after he comes off the screen. Like for some reason,
because they
just
blows by
every defender. Yeah.
I mean, I think they want him to shoot, but Cameron Payne is like, okay, you're letting me shoot, and the Lakers kind of overreact, and then he baits them into it, and he gets layups. Like, how the hell is Cameron Payne? Like, wasn't he just like Russell Westbrook's? Yeah, you said it really well. He's Russell Westbrook's handshake partner. Like now he's actually doing all these crazy things. Now, Laker, that's one side of the coin in Los Angeles. The other side is, well, I mean, because over the weekend also, before games 3 and 4, there were a lot of memes, so many memes, and I thought it was too, you're jumping the gun, number one, and number two, it's really a situation where it's premature. That's the word I'm really looking for, premature. So everybody was like putting out all these memes, like who was Paul George and Kawhi Leonard's daddy? I mean, like whatever, Mavericks in 4, Mavericks in 5, Mavericks in 6. And I'm like,
let that Wikipedia edit, diba?
The Wikipedia
edit, the owner of the Clippers.
So premature, like the internet.
So disrespectful
itself. Yeah, the internet itself fired up the Clippers, and the Mavs probably were like, "Oh my God, I hope they don't see this," because let sleeping dogs lie. You know what I mean? Let sleeping dogs lie. Like if they're down in the dirt, let's keep kicking them in the dirt, but don't give them a reason to wake up. I'm sure Paul George and Kawhi Leonard probably caught wind of this, and lo and behold, they have outscored the Mavericks, I think, by 50 points since the 4-minute and 26 mark of the first quarter in Game 3. They have outscored the Mavericks by a total of 55 points, I think. That is crazy. They figured out how to beat the silly shit out of the Dallas Mavericks, and the Mavericks don't know what to do. These are legit blowouts. These are really like, wow. All of a sudden, the Clippers found something.
The Mavs are so gonna regret subbing out Luka in the first quarter. Like, oh my God! I mean, I was actually out back in our laundry area because I was giving the dogs a bath. So I had my phone on, and then so I heard like Luka was coming out. So and then I was just listening. It's Kawhi makes this, Paul George makes a 3. Kawhi drives an end one. Like, oh shit. That's like a 19-point run. Like they made a 19-point run after that, like after subbing out Luka. And then the crazy thing was the Mavs were trying to foul just so they could put Luka back in the game. But then it was too late. Diba? Like Kawhi Leonard had
too much momentum going one way.
Paul George was getting going, and then finally Marcus Morris shows up. Diba?
Hey, he showed up the last game. He showed up in Game 3.
Yeah, I mean,
he showed up in Game 3 big time.
Yeah, but just the impact though. I mean, all those corner threes. I think it all came from that left corner right in front of the Mavs bench. Like it was Marcus Morris, Reggie Jackson, and then just snuffed out any hit of a run. And then and you can just see the frustration in Luka's face. I mean, I know he has a neck strain, and I'm just surprised that he doesn't have a broken back from carrying the Mavs all season. And then like they need something from Kristaps. I mean, that's what Kristaps is
Hey,
there for. He's
so
supposed to be the other star.
yeah, we talked about this in the chat, and I thought it was very smart. I actually watched Game 3, the whole of Game 3, and I thought so. Usually in any basketball situation, when you have one guy who's as good as Luka Doncic, you do one of two things. One, you either let him do whatever the hell he wants on offense, and you shut everybody else down, or you shut him down and let everybody else beat you. So the Clippers are making a very concerted effort to let Luka do whatever the hell he wants. If he's gonna go off, let him go off. But we're not gonna let KP go off. We're not gonna let Tim Hardaway Jr. go off. We're gonna lock these guys down. And mind you, again, the Clippers are, to me, the best on paper, the best perimeter defensive team, especially now in the playoffs. Because hey, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, when they came into the league, they were known as the first really versatile two-way guys. Versatile two-way guys, yeah. Again, Paul George in Indiana, Kawhi Leonard in San Antonio. That was the ID that they created for themselves. So ultimately, when you're talking about what they're doing right now to the Mavs on the defensive end, Kristaps, I mean, he can't body Paul George. He can't body Kawhi Leonard. These two are stronger than him for whatever reason. He's 7 foot tall, but he doesn't have a low post move to save his life.
Like he doesn't even try. He doesn't even try to back them down.
Just try.
You know this.
He just sticks to. So Kristaps Porzingis' game is very simple. He's gonna either take a three from beyond the arc, off of a pick and roll, off of a spot, or he's gonna do a pick and roll. And he doesn't have a low post move to save his life. It's ridiculous. You're 7 foot tall. You don't know what to do when you're in the block.
There were possessions in Game 4. During Game 4, there were possessions where it was Terrence Mann trying to guard Kristaps. And Kristaps would bail him out every time because he'd take all these turn-around jumpers. I mean, but, let's try to be in Kristaps' shoes for a minute. And then we also have to consider na this guy has been hurt for so long. For consecutive years, he's been injured. And I think I do understand why there is a hesitance to him driving to the basket. Like, he doesn't want all those bang plays because, he doesn't have the strongest lower body. I mean, let's look at Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has bulked up over the years. And he still gets
gotten bigger.
Like, every game, Anthony Davis grabs at his ankle or his knees or his legs every time he gets hit. Like, so, I mean, imagine Kristaps. Imagine Kristaps who's been hurt a lot more, and he's like a lot skinnier than AD, diba? So I mean, there's a lot of hesitancy there, but I mean, he should try though, because you have all these mismatches. Like you can't let Terrence Mann body you up like that and push you out of the lane. Like you're 7 foot.
It's ridiculous.
You're 7 foot. Don't
so
fade
tall.
away. Don't fade away. Like,
Put it in the basket.
If you want na turnaround basket lang, if you want na like a turnaround jumper lang imo, at least don't fade away, diba? Don't take away your advantage.
Ultimately, what I think he does it a lot to himself. Like he's putting himself in a bad light. Like you have Terrence Mann, Kawhi Leonard's a tough guy to back down. Let's be honest. I guess a pretty strong guy. But yeah, you have all these other mismatches. There are even times where it's not just Terrence Mann; it's like even Rondo who switches off of him, and they know that KP will not back him down. They know KP won't put them in any kind of bad situation. He'll bail them out. He'll take a jump shot. Or he'll try to drive it from the. It's confusing with Kristaps. He's really gotta realize at some point these guys are half his size. He can literally just go straight up, and the guys won't be able to block him for jack.
And diba, I mean, just a few years ago, this guy was an all-star, playing at an all-NBA level, and he was actually reviving like basketball in New York, diba? And I felt bad for him. I felt bad for him that like a lot of Knicks fans were hating on Kristaps when he wanted to leave New York, because I thought Kristaps is actually really good. He's just gotten hurt, but then now it's frustrating to see. It's frustrating to see na you have these 6'4", 6'5" guys on you, and you're actually really skilled. You're not just a tall guy. You're actually a really skilled tall guy, and you bail them out. You don't press your advantage, and then Luka needs help.
If I was that, and Luka does need help, and I think that's the thing that the Clippers are making such a conscious effort to do, not get him help, block out all the damn help. All right, just
It
block
got,
out all the damn Celtics.
imagine Jeff, it got so bad in game 4 na they actually had to put Boban in.
Oh, that's
Like, di ba? I mean,
bad.
that's,
That is bad. That's
they had to
bad.
put Boban in
That
to
is
like
bad.
provide a spark. And he actually played, I
Jeez.
mean, he actually played better than Kristaps because, he got some rebounds. He was engaged defensively. Sayang lang, it's
Yeah, that's
frustrating.
tough.
I'm still,
Yeah.
I still have Kristaps Porzingis stock. Ha. I'm still on that island. I'm still on Kristaps Island.
Right.
I still have high hopes
Right.
for Kristaps.
Yes. But it's just tough right now. Like, yeah.
Oh, stuff.
Now, you mentioned Kristaps Porzingis is actually a former Knick. Let's talk about the Knicks and the Hawks. It's surprising because
And they still want
before
Brooklyn?
the series started,
And they still want Brooklyn?
they have
Can't
their
even
minds
beat the
right now.
Hawks
I mean,
for
okay.
shit.
All right, Knicks fans, I know you've waited for this for so long before, of course. I kind of want to feature this real quick. I'm just going to the comment section. So Mix, earlier you were talking about the Lakers. Check this out. Jorge Gutierrez, Sergei Karasev, Ronnie Hollis Jefferson, and Sean Kilpatrick for the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, to be fair, the Brooklyn Nets were absolutely trash a couple of years back. They were like legit trash. But again, kudos to them for picking. They looked so good earlier. I was like, wow, how the hell is anyone supposed to stop this team? Like, holy shit.
Like 100 points between just 3 guys. Shit.
Man, I thought Boston was like, Boston was like hurt and like they were in such a bad position in a really, really terrible way. It's good that the Nets were like, just like, we don't even care anymore. Like, okay, we don't want to blow you up at like 40 here. Get the ball and do whatever the hell you want. I mean, they kind of stopped playing, and I think the lead was only like 15 to end the game. But honestly, the Nets could have blown that up to like 40 or 50 if they really wanted to. They wanted to run the score. But yeah, more on them in a bit. Hawks and Knicks, though, again, we thought that coming into that series, the Knicks would have a very good advantage because they were physical, they play defense, they're really good at that.
Nice trade.
A lot of the Knicks. So here's my question: is a lot of the Knicks' failure right now to really make a statement in the playoffs due to ice tray or a really ice cold Julius Randle?
Oh man, it's a lot of both. Cold. Yeah, wordplay.
I got you.
But it's a lot of both. Okay, yeah. I mean, when you think about it, this is the 4-5 matchup. So and all 4-5 matchups are always going to be close, and and this was actually still going to be a close series because they actually have the same record, Jeff. They're both 41-31. Only that the Knicks have the tiebreaker over the Hawks, so that's why they're seeded 4th. But like, it's a lot of Trae Young has found his groove where, like, the first 3.5 quarters, he gets other guys going. Like, he gets DeAndre Hunter going, throws all these beautiful lobs to Clint Capella and John Collins. And then, like, Bogdanovich has been money since he came back. Like, he helped them make that push to that 5th seed, Bogdanovich. And then in the 4th quarter, Loki, what?
Loki, the Hawks are one of the best teams in the NBA. If you really look at their lineup, there's no reason why they won't be a top seed. Yeah, asset wise. So Trae Young, Boyan Bogdanovich, Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Kevin Huerter. They got guys like I think who's coming.
Who's that book guy?
Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they also have Bruno Fernando. So they're a really good team. And I was very surprised when, again, the start of the season, they were kind of in the dump. And then all of a sudden, when Nate McMillan came in, they just complete 100, complete 360. Like, all of a sudden, they're one of the best teams in the NBA, legit. And, again, it has a lot to do with Trae Young, who's probably, again, admittedly already one of the best shit talkers in the league. And you got to love that about Trae Young. He's one of the smallest.
Who backs it up to?
It's like, he backs it up big time. What do you call that? When you're too small and you have to bark a little bit louder.
He's a Napoleonic complex. He has a Napoleonic.
Is it
complex.
Napoleonic? No. It's was it when you're too small and like inferiority complex?
Inferiority complex.
Inferiority complex. So like you get super, loud, you get super whatever. And Trae Young doesn't have an inferiority complex, ladies and gentlemen. He has a superiority complex in the sense that he's gonna kick some serious ass and back it up too. Those are the guys you love to hate. The guys who talk so much shit, and when the lights come on, they're the ones who shine the brightest. That's just what can you do if you're the Knicks? You put Alfred Payton on him, he's gonna start cooking him. But Derrick Rose on him is even worse. So I mean, what can you do for the Knicks here? How can you rebound from all of this Trae Young trash? From trash talking ice, Trae absolutely eating you up alive.
Hey, just real quick, for the Hawks, like it was a poor shooting night. It was a poor shooting night for Trae Young. When you think about it, he shot only 9 for 21, diba? But then he makes all these runs possible because he has that. I don't want to. I'm not saying they're the same player, but he has the same he has the same effect on the floor as Stephen Curry because he's such a magnet for the defense.
True.
Because where Trae Young goes, like the defense goes, and then it opens up so much for the other guys. But then, what was your question again?
I didn't have a question.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, I mean, the Knicks though. Then, the Knicks is.
What do they gotta do?
Is there a most improved player curse? Maybe.
I mean, maybe.
Because I noticed this. There was a guy, Simmons, played for the Clippers and the Bucks like many years ago, and then after he won Most Improved, like he disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
And the Most Improved is kind of a weird award.
Yeah,
it's a weird award to be honest with you. Like
look at Pascal. Look at Pascal Siakam. Like
all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like. Not the best years had, might be. But hey, I'll say this though: the way the Knicks can win, your defense is doing its job. It's just that Trae Young is doing Trae Young things. But Julius Randle has to be there,
and
it's as simple as that.
If
Julius Randle gets like 25 and 12,
yeah, it doesn't help that I think Julius Randle for the series is like shooting 41 for 54. No, he's missed 41 of 54 shots. I'm sorry,
that's not gonna help at all. And we know the Hawks, they want to run in transition. They're going to get up and down the floor. Yeah. So if you're the Knicks, what you always want to do as a defensive team is keep that team in the...
Jonathan Simmons.
Oh, Jonathan Simmons. Yeah, I remember. From the Spurs.
This guy not Jonathan Simmons. Not Jonathan Simmons. No.
Oh,
not that Simmons. Sure. Yeah. And other Simmons. But anyway, like, the Hawks defense, but it's just... The Hawks defense has just, taken it up another notch. Because, diba, in the regular season... What Julius Randle was really good at was getting the ball and just going, like driving straight to the lane, powering to his left, diba? But then now when he gets the ball, like there are two or three guys who are on him. Just they're basically using the wall defense that the Miami Heat did on Giannis.
Yeah.
Like a variation of that, And then the thing is. Yeah. Julius Randle is not doing himself any favors, taking all these step back
running into that wall,
like shooting like in crowds, and then it's
in the crowds. Yeah,
the lone bright spot right now for the Knicks is Derrick Rose. Like he has.
And how great is that?
It's a great story.
How great is that, right? How great is that? So. This is where I only feel bad because I'm one of the biggest Derrick Rose fans in the world. Like I literally, the only NBA jersey I have that's legit is of Derrick Rose when he was with the New York Knicks. I couldn't score one when he was with the Bulls. I was so broke. But I got one with him when he was on the Knicks. And it's not even his current number. It's a 25 number. So this is really special to me because that's when he was first there. Now he's probably going to end his career there as well. But that's the thing. So Derrick Rose is doing his thing. He's revitalized. The term is not, this is not peak Derrick Rose. There's no way this is peak Derrick Rose. This is a revitalized, rediscovered Derrick Rose. And what I mean by that is, so he's playing up to his standard of what he once was. It's not a peak Derrick Rose. It's a revitalized Derrick Rose. Peak Derrick Rose would be 2011 Derrick Rose when he won the MVP. That's peak. Just to clarify for the people who are wondering the definition of the terms. Now, see, that's why Julius Randle playing well is really important. It's really because you already have one guy on the offensive end doing what he can do to keep the team afloat. You, as the resident all-star of this team, it's your job now to take the team home. It's as simple as that. The Knicks defense will be the Knicks defense. They're going to hold it down, but Julius Randle has to play better. If he's not getting the shots that he wants, he's got to rebound harder. He's got to get in there. You got to get grimy and dirty with the John Collins and the Clint Capellas of the world and muscle his way to get to 20 and 12. That's the only way the Knicks win. If he gets those numbers, 25 and 12. Keep in mind, I also said LeBron James for the Lakers.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the Lakers to win, LeBron needs 35-7-7 or 35-8-7.
And Jeff,
I'm making these calls now.
The worrying thing about the Knicks is that since game 1, their total points have decreased. Like 105 points in game 1, and then only like 92 in game 2, 94 in game 3, and 96 in game 4. I mean, it's not a good sign.
They're in trouble. So again,
it's kind of a given now in the NBA that in order to win, you do need to score over 100 points. Like,
True. True. And I'll say this, Migs, how judicially poetic would it be that Trae Young would ice the Knicks in Game 5?
Oh man.
For Trae Young. That would be you will never hear the end of it from Trae Young. I would be like, wow. If Ice Trae can shut up the MSG crowd after the spitting incident, that is just like
a lot of crazy fans, no? Like, I don't know what the thought process is. Now, if you're a fan, what the thought process is.
I don't know either. I don't get it.
Like, doing shit like that to an NBA player. Because
I don't get it either.
a lot of cameras are on these guys. You're gonna get caught. And then not only are you gonna get,
There's no way you won't get caught.
You're definitely gonna get banned. Charges are gonna be filed against you. I mean, how stupid do you have to be to do shit like that?
Banned for life.
Yeah, and how terrible of a person? Like, how terrible of a person are you?
What is wrong with
it's a fucking pandemic. It's a fucking pandemic, karon, di ba? And you spit on someone, like, dude, fuck you.
That's possible. But first of all, it's not only like. So we don't even know if the spit really even landed on Trae Young. They just caught it on cam, and then again, Trae Young couldn't even confirm if it landed. What I'm concerned about is why wasn't the person in front of that person mad at all? Like, spit? Like, what the hell?
And then Jeff, another thing, something I'm even more pissed about is that a lot of people are taking it against Russell Westbrook and Trae Young. And Ja Morant for speaking out against it. Like, diba, I mean, you read the comments on those on those articles, and then you actually
I read the comments on the posts.
Yeah,
some people are defending it. Like, what the?
Yeah, you actually see people saying that, Russell Westbrook is such a crybaby. He's mad now because he's mad now because there's security. But if there wasn't any security, he wouldn't act like that. Like, dude, like, how, like, what's going on up there? Diba? I'm sure these people have,
There are so many misguided and just pea-brained people in the wrong places.
Oh, yeah.
And when I say this, because I read a lot of the comments. So a lot of people were like, suck it. Hold on. All right, so basic premise for all the people who are watching.
This is such a soft league. This is such a...
What do you mean? Like, what do you want me to do? You throw. Like, I kind of wanted to ask. I wanted to light social media on fire and say, all right, hold on. I want you to live a block away from me. I'm gonna grab some popcorn and throw at your face. Let's see if you don't want to throw hands. You're gonna want to throw hands, right? Are you insane? Why would you let anybody throw anything at you? That doesn't make any sense. And then some idiots out there on social media were saying, like, if I make X number of dollars, I would let people throw popcorn at me all day. Bro, number one, again, it ain't about the popcorn. It's about the fact that somebody threw something at someone, and what would your reaction actually be? Legitimate. You'd get mad. You get fired up. Like, and then you start throwing, legit. Like, okay, people were saying about the whole security thing, and then all of a sudden his ankle felt better. Yeah, that's an adrenaline rush for wanting to beat the crap out of somebody who showered popcorn at the guy. If anybody showered popcorn at me and I'm heated, I'm throwing hands. I'm going up there. I'm smacking the motherfucker. Like,
I'd go to prison. I'd willingly go to prison for that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I would take a suspension for that. It's like, what? And then just go. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? It ain't about the fact that these are $1 million athletes and you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you can't. These aren't zoo animals. These are people. What's wrong with it? Oh my god! Like, and then the dumbest thing, and then the fan earlier from the Brooklyn Nets game and the Celtics game threw a water ball at Kyrie. Like, what? And Charles Barkley said this best to me. Let that fan come down. Let Kyrie handle it. Do that. I would love to see that. Like, and I think Kyrie would love the same. Simply put, because you can't do that. Like, why would you throw something at somebody? Like, this is not 1950 or 1960 where if you've ever seen the movie The Express.
It doesn't matter.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But this is where, because there was such a, if you've ever seen the movie The Express, Jim Brown, one of the greatest football players of all time, arguably the GOAT, but obviously Tom Brady's the GOAT. No argument there. Even hard to argue, impossible to argue now. I forgot his name, but Jim Brown's predecessor in the University of Syracuse. He was played by the guy who was a star player, Coach Carter. So he would go into these arenas and he would be pelted by a lot of things, right? But that was 1950. People were racist. People had poor judgment. People were uneducated. People were ignorant. We live in 2021. What happened? It's ridiculous. What happened from we were supposed to be as a society progressing to a good understanding of what we want to do? Like the saying goes, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. What happened to that? And now we're seeing fans. It's like it's under a microscope. I don't know how under a microscope it was before, but now it's so much under a microscope. Fans are throwing, again, bottles at players, spitting. Then you got a fan who's shoving popcorn. No one deserves, no one has the right. And I got so mad thinking about it. Like, so this fan who threw popcorn, all these people commenting, like, if I made $1 million, period, yeah, I'd let people throw popcorn on me too. But that's just like a stupid way. Bro, if I threw popcorn at you, and let's say, yeah, you do make $1 million a month, does that give me the right to throw shit at you because you make $1 million? That's just stupid. All right, come down here, and I'll throw shit at your face, and let's take it. And yeah, you do make $1 million a month. And let's say you do make $1 million a month for me watching you.
I'd slap you with a wad of like cash and like fuck you, and then like okay, go to the hospital. Here's
it's ridiculous.
Now as we move on from this, just let me read like a tweet from Taylor Rooks. She works with the NBA. She's with she's with ESPN, and then she said that just because you bought a ticket does not mean the players are there for you. You are there for them. Respect the game.
That's true.
Respect the game.
That's true. I mean, again, Migs, if this is in the park, okay? If this is in the park, if this was in here in Cebu, man, you know how rally it can get. Just playing for 20 pesos, or just playing for ice water, just playing for all that jazz.
Jeff, like you do not need to be taught to not spit on anyone. No one has to teach you that. You do not need to be taught that throwing a water bottle at someone is bad, is wrong. You're not supposed to be taught that. Like that's, like, it's a lot of a lot of stupid people got a lot stupider during this pandemic.
Over the quarantine. I'm super glad that Russell Westbrook was held back by 5 men. Like I think it really took 5 men to hold, because that's like a lot of adrenaline. He's like super angry and he's super pumped. And I'm glad that the 5 men were there, because Russell Westbrook playing basketball is a lot more valuable than a dumb fan being injured to me, like, or getting his face beaten in, which would have been a fun sight to see, to be honest. Because again, it's very obvious. It's just basic human decency. It's basic manners. It's like kind of wondering, what kind of water do y'all drink over there? And I'm not saying the Philippines is any better. We've had our own incidents, I remember UV. It was UV versus UC a couple of years back, and Phil Mercader, I don't know if he's watching, but he actually was a part of a game, and him and Emmanuel Calo were part of a game where the fans were already throwing stuff on the floor. Not at the players, but on the floor. Yeah. It was water bottles. That was a very popular issue because, again, the fans.
That was in one game, right?
But that, it was. I remember it was a UV versus UC game, and again, there was a picture of Phil Mercader, and there was a picture of Phil Mercader and Emmanuel Calo picking up the trash, because again, fans were already throwing stuff on the court, and they were mad at the referees for really calling a bad game. But that's beside the point, and then we're already shifting from one spectrum to another. But again, with these fans, it's ridiculous, and we got way sidetracked here. But again, to all the people who enjoy watching sports, who enjoy watching anything at all that involves other people, again, the point is you're there for them. Learn to appreciate them. If it's in the spirit of competition, like in a sports game in general, whatever game it will be, you don't have any right to throw anything at anyone.
Yeah.
Like my friend Mark, you can yell at these people, call them names, whatever. Of course, keep the language to just an agreeable level of, verbal words. But point being that, yeah, you can trash talk, you can say all these things.
Yeah. If you have to be taught, if you have to be taught to be respectful, then there's something wrong with you. Because it's.
I mean, yeah, you can boo, but Jesus, like, okay, going beyond certain things is just. This is why I like college also. Well, college fans more. College fans are very well disciplined. NBA fans because like, okay, I paid good money to see you. It's like dance. Like, smack the fuck out of you, bro. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, what the fuck? Smack the shit out of you. I mean, again, for me, I'm a very big NBA fan. I'm a super huge basketball fan. Matter of fact, I watch any kind of basketball. Migs, we can agree on this. Whether it's NBA, WNBA, FIBA, PB, not really PBA, CAA, UAAP. We'd watch it all. Right? So it's kind of sad to see this happen with the NBA and these fans. I don't know what happened. Like all of a sudden, it wasn't even an issue from before. This wasn't a strong issue from before. Huh? All of a sudden, now it is. It's crazy.
Stupid. That's stupid. I mean, that's just the word for it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Moving on, though.
Well, we talked earlier. Yeah, we talked earlier about one game with Kyrie Irving, and I thought again. Let's talk about the Celtics and the Nets. This is a done series. There's no argument there. This is done. How the hell do you stop these three guys? Like,
imagine that.
Starting to look
just think about this, Jaffa. Just think about this. It had to take like Jason Tatum scoring 50, Marcus Smart scoring like 20 plus, and a bad shooting night from one of the big three, which was Kyrie Irving, in Game 3. Like it had to take all that just for the Celtics to even get a chance.
Just for them to win by like 5.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't even like a definitive like a statement win, diba? And then you look at tonight. You have 100 points between like 3 guys, and then
Nets. Hold on. The Nets scored. The Nets already got to 100 by the third quarter. By the way, the Nets got to 100 before the. That just shows you what a juggernaut of an offense that is. Legit, ladies and gentlemen. And the Nets are priming right now.
And when you think about it, James Harden only scored 23 points. But he dished out 18 fucking assists. Huh? How many points did that?
18. Exactly. So he got 18 assists.
Yeah, and then you have 14 from Joe Harris, who's pulling up in transition now from 3.
Because he can't get it from half court. What do you do? Honestly, and like, here's the funny thing about it when you try to isolate the situation with the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, so earlier we thought that they'd have chemistry problems. They're kind of proving us wrong right now. Matter of fact, as long as James Harden's playing point guard, that ball will move and whiz. And James Harden, humbly enough, is more than happy to share the ball. No problem there. No questions asked. The thing about it is, so now you have James Harden in ISOs. You have Kevin Durant in ISOs. You can't double off these guys because if these guys pass to one another, it's a done deal. It's cash money. It's going in. Easy money.
Too easy.
And then you got Kyrie Irving. Even worse. Now you really have a problem. Like, okay, and then after that, you got to guard Blake Griffin and Joe Harris because they're playing on the team. What do you do? So it's a done series. And of course, one more series that we got to talk about, the Bucks and the Heat. After Game 2, I said this in the chat.
Wait. Can we take it easy on? Can we take it easy on saying that it's a done series? Because no, we it has not worked out for us, Jaffa. Like we said,
but I mean we call.
We said that the Heat and the Bucks is gonna be a really tough series. Tough my ass.
They swept them.
We said
in really good fashion too.
The Knicks are just gonna steamroll over the Hawks because no one can guard Julius Randle. Like Julius Randle can't shoot for shit. Like a lot of I don't want to apologize to Celtics fans again. Okay, so let's take it easy.
You have a good point. All right, I say easy on. I kind of agree with you in that capacity. All right, so maybe they still have a chance. They still have a chance. But again, Tatum has to have an incredible night. You have to remember.
Maybe score
Tatum
85.
shot the lights out in that game.
Yes, score
He
85.
shot the
Just
lights out in that game, huh?
yeah, score like
Yeah,
85, 100 points, and then like 50 rebounds.
Yeah. Something like that. Jason Tatum has to have one of those. Has to have that kind of a night. And then with the Bucks and the Heat, it was like, again, for me, after I saw Game 2, it was done. Like, again, Jimmy Butler to me is sometimes he's overrated, sometimes he's underrated. Oftentimes he falls between the line. And when I say that, I mean like there are expectations of him as a superstar, but he doesn't properly rated. Like, okay, Jimmy Butler is a superstar, but in like small doses. I got that from you, in small doses. Yeah. Because okay, here's a situation where Jimmy Butler should have stepped up, didn't. Got 17 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. You need more. I'm sorry. I have expectations of a guy who's supposed to be tagged as a superstar. You got to get like 30. You got to get 35. Period. There's no excuse.
And as good a defender as Drew Holiday is, like all NBA defense caliber, it's not. Yeah. It's not just the defense, It's also like Jimmy Butler. The selection of when he wants to take over games, because we said this last season, but he differs too much, and then when he does try to like take over the game, they're down by so much na it doesn't really matter what he does, because it's practically the game's over. But then I think we just have to acknowledge na Jimmy Butler is like a second or third tier star who has to carry a lot of the load for the Heat, because there isn't a lot of options. I mean, like Tyler Hero has not been the same Tyler Hero this season. Bam Adebayo, like a mixture of injuries and COVID, has not played to an all-star level. So Jimmy Butler has to assume this role of being the number one guy, but when you really think about it, he's not the number one guy, and he shouldn't be the number one guy. If you put Jimmy Butler on a team with an established superstar, he'd be really good. Because then, he has been very good. Diba? And he won't have to do so much. I mean, look at him when he was with the Sixers and the Wolves, diba? Like, how good were those teams? Because he was
those
like the third
very good teams.
But then again, like Jimmy Butler is still a great guy to have on your team. It's just that this season and this playoffs has shown offensively he's very limited. He doesn't take a lot of threes. I mean, he doesn't shoot it well from three. And then when you think about it, he has not played like more than 70 games a season for the last 5 seasons. Yeah, I think he's missed a lot of time. So he's not the most durable of the stars.
Yeah, understood. So again, it's a done series. Bucks swept them. It wasn't even a gentleman's sweep. It was a sweep. Brooms were out, and the Bucks just looked really good to me. Defensively, they could be the best team in the NBA on that end of the floor. With Drew Holiday, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brook Lopez, and all these guys who are dedicated to playing their roles on the defense. Dante DiVincenzo, don't forget, Dante DiVincenzo is also one of the better defensive players in the league as well. Right? Now, let us move on. It is that time of the show, the $1 million question presented by Showroom.ph. Again, the best homes, the best prices. Again, mad shout out to Showroom.ph. I don't know where Miggy went, but okay. All right. So again, one more time, that's the $1 million. I got to fade right here. $1 million question presented by Showroom.ph. The best homes, the best prices. Again, visit the Showroom.ph on Facebook.com/theshowroomph or visit www.showroom.ph to learn more about the best studio units, the best 1-bedroom units, and the best 2-bedroom units. Also, there are options to choose a single detached home or any kind of home you want. The Showroom.ph covers all your needs. Migs, here's a $1 million question, a very good one at that. It's not a start bench cut. I think over the weekend there was a start bench cut, which was pretty interesting. It was Scottie Pippen, Kawhi Leonard, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's not my question. Here's my question: Who would you pick? Who would you pick between these two? Okay, Who would you pick?
Right.
Really think about it. Really think about it, because I think these two are iconic when it comes to their field. I think these two are the best. They'll probably go down as probably one of the greatest of all time.
Let me assume like
Okay.
the Queen's Gambit pose, because then
Okay.
this is basically a power pose for chess. Okay, go.
Right. Okay.
Hit me up.
So between these two, who would you pick? Mike Breen or Kevin Harlan?
Oh shit!
Commentator game.
That's
For the
that's
last.
tough. That's tough. Oh,
Yeah, no, because here's the situation. It's the last game you'll ever see in your life. Who do you want calling the game? Mike Breen or Kevin Harlan? That's
shit.
super tough. I asked Derek over the weekend. He gave me his answer, but I was like, you can't be so easy, because I could go either way. It's so hard. Like Kevin Harlan with the iconic bang calls.
no, Mike Breen is the
with
bang.
the iconic bang calls, and then Kevin Harlan, who's just amazing at calling
That's the
games.
voice,
Like,
diba?
there's so much energy. The modulation is perfect. The intonations are perfect. This guy's like a legend to me, Kevin Harlan.
And the
And he
conversation,
does
like
the
Kevin
comment-
Harlan and the conversations he has with a color commentator, it's just great, diba? I mean, all those anecdotes, all those stories.
Exactly.
Man.
And here's the thing. So Derek told me Mike Breen. I'm so torn because he can really go either way. Again, Mike Breen's iconic for the bang call. Kevin Harlan's iconic because he's such a great commentator. I think he's one of the best of all time. And Kevin Harlan, I remember there was a game he called a couple of years ago. It was the Warriors Rockets game. He called that game, and I thought it was super crazy how he called that James Harden shot towards the end. It was so much fun to listen to. And here's a funnier thing. So Kevin Harlan is the voice of NBA 2K. But how crazy would it be if 2K got Mike Breen to call the games? So I kind of want to choose. Like, can I also choose an option in 2K to pick between Harlan and Mike Breen?
Yeah.
I kind of just want that option. But I want to know who would you, if you had one last game to listen to live, let's say on your big TV screen, who would you want calling that game? The last game you'll ever watch, who would you want calling that game?
Actually, I have a 63-inch one here, but just flexing. And then
I got you.
I don't know, because like the Mike Breen bang is so iconic, but it also cuts both ways, because it fucking hurts to hear the bang and it's your team who's getting like
Not their team. It's not for your team.
Oh fuck, man! Like But then you have Kevin Harlan.
And he said the block by James. Block by
Yeah.
James. That was also very iconic.
Fucking- I think I have to go Mike Breen, because like Kevin Harlan is.
Okay.
I mean, Kevin Harlan is. He's one of the greats, diba? And then again, as you said, iconic voice, and just how just the way he carries a conversation with the other guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like you're watching you're into the game, and at the same time you're hearing this like this voice on the sidelines.
If you remember correctly, Kevin Harlan called the Toronto game.
Yeah.
Toronto
Yeah,
has
but-
won. Oh,
But the thing for Mike Breen, he has every time you say bang, you know,
Mike Breen.
that's like that's automatic. And he has another word, yeah. Like aside from bang, I mean, and then it's just the bang gets a lot of gets a lot of like recognition, but then
That's a lot of recognition.
like what's the other
Again,
bang?
yeah.
Aside from bang, what other things does Mike Breen say? Like he has these other
Block
he has
by
this other
James.
word. He has this other word. Oh fuck! For the life of me, I cannot. Like, it's not.
Remember.
But yeah, I go Mike Breen.
String.
Go Mike Breen just because he has that iconic. Like he should trademark that shit. Because
I don't know. He can.
Because in fairness, a Buffer like has the rights to let's get ready to rumble. He has the rights to that. So
And
Breen,
Michael Buffer, right? Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
I like Bruce Buffer more. Bruce Buffer is electric.
oh yeah, Like,
And when he calls UFC games, oh man, that guy's electric. But if you ask me, it's such a tight. It's like 51.9 and 49.1. I give it to Kevin Harlan because that guy is crazy. Like, I enjoy listening to him. Mike Breen calls the Knicks games, by the way, when he's not going at it with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. The three of them are kind of synonymous with the NBA Finals already. Like, you know that it's the NBA Finals because those three are calling it. If you notice, like every year, they seem to be the ones calling it. Yeah.
Like, Mike Breen has like, it's good. He has that too. So that's
yeah.
It's good
for sure. Yeah, he does. And also, I kind of want to know what the NBA thinks about Mike Breen and Kevin Harlan calling a game together. Like, you can't. I don't think you can go wrong with that because
I mean it. But I don't think that would work though because they always have to have like the color commentary.
They're the lead.
Who's that? Like the former player, diba?
Yeah.
Who's or the coach.
I know, but I think because oftentimes if you listen to the games, how they're called, there's always a lead, and then the rest are like just commenting off of the lead. So oftentimes it's Kevin Harlan, oftentimes it's Mike Breen. They're calling the game, and then Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson are just commenting off of that.
Who do you want? Like, what, for the DVD of your life story?
Who would I want?
Like, who would you want to narrate for like the movie about
I
your
want Kevin
life?
Harlan to narrate. I mean, that's tough.
To narrate? If
it's like my life to narrate, Kevin Harlan. Mike Breen. I don't want Mike Breen to say bang, and I'm like, what did I do? Great voice, but I like Kevin Harlan. I mean, you can go either way. Huh? There's no wrong choice here. Absolutely none. These two are iconic. They're probably going to go into the Basketball Hall of Fame for the way they call games. And that's a pretty cool way to get into the Basketball Hall of Fame, just because you call these games. And that when people hear something and you made the game a lot more fun for them. You know what I mean? You made the game so much more fun for people to watch.
Just imagine having Mike Breen like narrate your life story, and then he goes, "Oh, and here comes Japheth going to use the toilet for the first time, and bang, he shits in the toilet on the first try."
Okay, so Mike Breen, right? So Mike Breen, I actually stand corrected. I'm not really sure if I'm corrected here. I just didn't know, but Mike Breen is already in the Hall of Fame, so that's pretty cool. See, that's a really cool way to get into the Hall of Fame, just for color commentary. So I don't know if Kevin Harlan is in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he does call the NBA 2K games. I'm not sure. I don't know if Derek will pull it up, but Ian Eagle. So there's a couple more that I really like. Ian Eagle is actually one of them. He's the Nets broadcaster, and Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson, you have to hear this guy call games. It's ridiculous. He's so much fun to listen to. Gus Johnson, be on the lookout. He does the college basketball and football games. Okay. With that, we are where we are. 1 hour and 13 minutes later. Thank you so much to all the fans who enjoyed watching us here at NBA Football, the podcast. Your boy Jaff, your boy Mix. By the way, again, from my end, just a couple more shout-outs. One more time to showroom.ph, quality homes, quality prices. Your go-to for any studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, homes, period, anywhere in the Queen State of the South. Showroom.ph, I've got you covered. And a mad shout-out again to Quaid, D-Lau, Silly Q. Y'all got to buy this, man. It is, like, I thought at first when I opened it, like, okay, it's a weird thing to have, but then when I started eating it, it was actually really, really good. So I enjoyed my Silly Q. I ate it with chicken. I ate it with rice. I ate it with pork. I ate it with anything that I could see. I even ate it with a hard-boiled egg. That's how much fun it was to me to eat. Like, I ate it with a hard-boiled egg. Where would you ever see anything mixed with a hard-boiled egg, right? So, mad shout out one more time to Quay, D-Lau, City Q. Y'all got to buy that stuff. It is absolutely fire, Migs. Who do you want to show some love to?
Yep. Just taking a picture for the Instagram. For the gram. Okay. Took a picture for the gram right there.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Like, again, thank you for everyone who's been supporting us since day one. Again, thank you to Aika, who has been, like, busy with her Facebook accounts, trying to boost us. And Popoy, we miss you. We hope to see you soon.
For sure.
We hope to see you soon, Popoy. And Jeff, I think we should say this more because we don't give him a shout out enough. Like Derek, thank you for making all this happen, diba? I mean, that's
for sure.
None of this would.
Hey, one of these days, I want as many fans. We're gonna start a poll, okay? So I mean, Popo's gonna be out for a while because he's really busy. But here's the question that I want to end. Do we want to see Derek on the podcast, or does anybody actually want to see the founder and the producer of NBA Front Row on any kind of video material? Let us know. I'm going to post this little snippet Let me know in the comments. Like, hit me up or hit it up and let it explode, guys.
Oh yeah. I mean, and guys, again, last lang ha. To the Lakers fans, like keep the faith, guys. We're still in this. So
We are.
like
For sure.
AD has a
None of them
day's
serious.
rest. AD has a day's rest, a full day's rest. So like let's pray for that groin. Like let's join hands and pray for that groin.
Pray for that groin.
We need it. Because sa tinood lang. Like I want the Lakers to win because of course I'm a Lakers guy. But then I also want to shut up the haters. Because like there's nothing worse.
That's what we all.
There's nothing worse than there's nothing worse than seeing the Lakers lose and then having to go on like social media and like see all these haters.
All of that
have
nonsense.
like a party. Because, the Lakers lost.
Here's what I want.
Man, no, that's the price of being the champs, right?
Here's what I want. Here's what I want too, Migs. Like this one, for sure. And I want LeBron to win it just to shut the haters up, but I also want the Clippers to beat the Mavs now because I hate it when people are so premature. Like, I mean, we also made our judgment calls, but people were blasting. Luka Doncic is the not to and on this thing. The coach Trae Young. It got real quiet in there. All of a sudden, it's getting really quiet. So again, for Jeff. For Migs, this is NBA Front Row, the podcast. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Stay locked. Great timing, amateur connecting. Check it. Oh, no.